history matters. 70 years ago in Lancaster, Ohio, God began a work through a small group of believers with a big vision. It's because of them that we stand here today. In 1955, the pastor of FBC Athens, John Snedden, put an ad in the Lancaster Eagle Gazette seeking men and women who would help him establish a Southern Baptist church in Lancaster. 7 believers responded, and they met in a borrowed American Legion hall and prayed in the home of Fred Dykes. Leaders like Ray Roberts and Darty Stowe and churches like FBC Athens helped guide these early steps, casting vision, providing support, and helping build the spiritual foundation on which this church stands today. What began as a gathering of 7 believers has grown into a vibrant church family shaped by the gospel, committed to one another, and passionate about extending the hope of Christ to the world around us. In those first decades, the church, then known as Huber Avenue Baptist Church, did more than grow, it multiplied. Believing that every community deserves a gospel presence, this church helped plant new works across Ohio, including the Coshocton Baptist Chapel, now Coshocton Baptist Church, the Madison Baptist Chapel in Newark, now Heath Baptist Church, the Logan Mission, now FBC Logan, and the Logan Elm Mission near Circleville, now Logan Elm Baptist Church. Multiplication is in our church's DNA, and our prayer is that God will use our church to plant more churches who will make disciples of Jesus. That's the call of the Great Commission. Make disciples. One way to make disciples is through Christian education. In 1994, our church began hosting Fairfield Community Christian School. Several years later, FBC Lancaster voted to move its resources, teachers, and students to support Fairfield Christian Academy. The goal was to have one large Christian school serving Fairfield County, and it still operates today. Through the years, the greatest stories have always been stories of changed lives. Since 2006, over 200 people publicly declared their faith in Jesus through baptism, each one a testimony of grace, renewal, and new beginnings. From children to adults, students to seniors, God has moved in powerful ways, reminding us again and again not to be ashamed of the gospel because it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes. As the church grew, God opened new doors to serve our neighbors and demonstrate Christ's love in practical ways. What began as simple clothing giveaways eventually matured into the Arms of Faith free store ministry founded by Susan George in 2012 and continued by Mitzi and Garth Parsons today. It's a free store that provides clothing, food, housewares, toys, books, and more to families throughout our community. Week after week, hundreds come, not only to receive help, but to experience kindness, dignity, and genuine care. Most importantly, our leaders and volunteers share the gospel to meet the deepest need of every human heart, the need to know their Creator personally. Arms of Faith has become a living expression of who we are, people shaped by Christ, loving others as He loved us. Across 7 decades, God has raised up pastors, missionaries, servants, and leaders from within this congregation. We've supported mission partners in global and local outreach, served our city, invested in families, discipled generations, and watched God use this church to change lives near and far. May we never be content to stay inside our walls. We were made for mission. We were made to reach out, to help others, to embrace the gospel, engage in community, and impact the world for Christ. Now, as we celebrate our 70th anniversary, we honor those who paved the way, those who prayed, gave, served, and believed in what God could do here. We're grateful for the lead pastors who have served our church. Here are some of them. Pastors like John Snedden, Gene Puckett, Don Gillis, L.H. Moore, Keith Moore, Glenn Plum, John Beckett, Art Folks, Tim Rucker. We are grateful for many other faithful associate pastors, staff, lay leaders, too many to name. But we also look ahead. There are new lives to reach, new families to love, new ministries to build, new disciples to raise, new ways God will call us to expand the reach of His gospel. The same God who guided 7 believers in a borrowed hall continues to lead us today, and His plans are greater than anything we could ask or imagine. As Jesus said in John 14:12, "Truly I tell you, the one who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and he will do even greater works than these." Church family, as we celebrate 70 years of God's faithfulness, may we step boldly into the future, rooted in the gospel, committed to one another, and ready to carry the good news of Jesus to our community and to the world. Happy 70th anniversary, FBC Lancaster. The story God is writing, it's not finished yet.